So we are in Akwatia and we are trying to sense what is happening in the constituency. It's very interesting what we've heard so far. There appears to be lack of clarity on the parliamentary side. The presidential side isn't as unclear. We have been speaking to some of the market women, and it looks like there's a big development. We're told that there was a repair work going on in the market, which they believe, with Amase not being on the ticket, that may not continue. These are market women, and they're basically saying that their market stalls are not in a good shape, and they were hoping that she would have been maintained by the NPP to continue with her work. We'll turn our attention to a few more of the market women and find out what really is happening with the constituency. So I'm going to turn my attention to some of the market women and I'll ask them what their view is.
I have brought 30 years. Oh, Akwatia Braboy, Wahemom, that's some Nkoyi. Nkoyi, if you say, Corona Casana, a woman will be Biagins, and Bibia Nkoyi. What on my dear and talk? Say, we are here but to obey, or be a bab and nam, MPA, Amano, a party for Crawford Babanam, party B for Crawford Babanam. Oh, ba, oh, may you wait, oh, what to mana, who wouldn't be share up a jar, a woman, share up a near what patase. Oh, my baby would have cooked, see, there be a tea, hey, be no be a throw of phone, so ye jury, a jano, yes, say yo. O ma jira patani nyina ani afede ukọ high ade ukọ high dakwa 2 cedi etu mia wani ano wato oti awia so saa e kire no mu team edan kodi ewuo bi e wa ha mu wi an kameka se mu nkohwem edan no mu sum oton ade o mu a gisa wo so light sabe wo be kokora na nkrofo agya o mu na agum oton ade o mu anya yi
empuntu ndwuma no so enko so ma he kire se edwo ya yetimi ya na yesika no open Yeni turret, yeni Akwatia Jonso, ye ba ye si awie mu a na ho abaji he ticket na ho okọ ye ho hwe nti no kwasem ni den ma he ankasa den pa ma he abane de nyame be mu ameto nyame ambemu so amento esro president yesro ana parliament for ne ye di otosumienu mo aw ye janu ye feel say oba be ya mai na ye ma me ne na ye oba pa ma say mete ne so anama sole ona na oye na ye achemfo ne abibifo na nkate ye mpa de pa na ye tu na free so na say asinsem ti ye bompa ye de obeba be ye ni yi amaye no eno na ye pe
Parliament assembly
media so amoti wo ye bompa ye de obeba be di so no wo ba na wanya ni ye betu ye ya ni ye to ma ye ya ni ye betu na mo media de akufu ado ayama me ni free education no eno kura na Kumi no
meton pints brazier underwear meton bibia bi edwane de enye kra enko yie kra Christmas e ban so shed se na ejomaye deja enye nti omonye omuni emeye enye saade a ye betu etia no ye betu etia aban no because me ye hu hwe ye de ye nya hwe wa bem ye de ne se ye beton ade na obi abeto na yesu yenya bibi kakra bet project bia ni ha insio to a ahanum sei chaka munya baby kra na mo agina yenya ne ye bopa ye gigi skade akọ to anwea de abefele enso menim se council for adwuma enye nti no omombo mode a no omusiesie jobu ha maye
political parties one over assembly no patrol
omude obi aka de ne de obi aka owini obeye enso ye hu hwe
nti momo no my imagine jambe botiama
oh me de my decided the dada ai me we no me hu ni sa amboa me nti mesisem na next badge ba na no so amboa me a eno so mesa sesem nti na mesisem ko oh mesisem afie we de me decide say okoya na eko no size mahama all the way me suama no number 2.
Oh, honey, a warm ye. 80 many wa ha. Oh, let's see the Koboko. Oh, suddenly, dear. What we say? Yes, say. Half education is a poison. It is an anadoba. Now you try a husuku so dear. And then 4 more for Nana. 4 more for Nana.
And no crap. Aye. Nana de. Hey, it's Nana dear.
Half education. Oh, Pepe. Maybe then half education. It's a poison. Oh, me my 3 children. Me patrol omuko school. I feel quite about when you patrol back with the Jeff and I came free Paul. Free education. Oh, Aqua.
It's over to my info.
Oh, say Nana can promise some in someone need. 4 more for Nana.
Na parliamentary point.
Parliamentary there. No decision yet. Just tell me. Yes. I be my dream too.
Mama, what you say?
Nyamia don. Ewo
Election na course.
Ekoyi pa. Nana side. Nana side this oh.
Na mahame.
Oh, ande. Oh, we chire kura. Oh, ande ye to ama NDC ni no. NDC ni no. 50-50. Nana de ye to ama me be we education ni bi. To no na mesa to ama no. Ba parliament ni de oh. Ye to ama koyo enye bibia ye ni ye pen no wamba.
Me Audu aka Sironipa taxi driver.
What na Akwatia mfie san?
Oh, me ana ewo me.
Ana ewo. Nti ejuma se na ejuma se ko.
Oh, masa ejuma na enye o. Oh, na wo ya ben we wa be ejuma be da yi. Because NDC time galamse no koso. Eje ejuma. Amu de ekọ site. South Asia nti ama enyiska. South Asia nsi waba. Wa fa ejuma mba. Uso waba gu ejuma. Nti ese na ehu ejuma kwa yeye. Etumi gina almost 3 hours. Afa na obako baako. South Asia. Nti ama ejuma na ire aba from bibia aba.
Aban we buy wa say galamse.
Oh, aba masa aba we da amwan.
Ba mo se galamse say asase say.
Oh, galamse omo kase asase no. Omo na mu hu se da mo ye no. Nhihye no, the way obeye no. Bebre ase no ekode bia. Yes, the do na kwa mo ye ni ye correct. South Asia umutu am na mu ya mo fele. South Asia ntino ye omo kase mo asase no ye hu bibia asase no ma se no. Omo ko for NPP for na asase no. Oh, masa, Yiadom Muhammad wa president TV. Because yes ye paibo etanichi. Nti Muhammad there Yiadom say there a good for no who say omo de man na do good for na man ba power. Na do good for na man ba power. Enen de obaye o so be hye ne kena. Enen de obaye wa begunu.
A friend Godfred. Do not from a lucky boy.
What na him fie saying?
Oh, I tell you about 20 years ago.
In Punto sem wa ha se na esiko.
In Punto sem there. Now cost ye by about we buy any day near my master. And Koye.
Mommy example.
Hano na mining areas. Na ye mining. Akabadista obeba no said who cap up bia wa hase. Kakra bi pe na obehu because gold for na fa dodo na akọ site ni ade ade obeba nwumre no na wo so botoma ede ayema. By say there mining ne nkoso nti no ama niema ya basa wa hase
na gold no senes na esi boamo.
Oh na boan pa na boan se na make no se
na say guys na omo ba be call for omo ko say wo ye
se me so me taxi driver nti so omo ko no mo de me ko a sa kwa no so na me so eboa me fa
nti time be na gold juma ne say
oh me fan say fi 2016 ba ya yeah because me na me first kwa na 2015 edeba 16 no na me ne channel for juma na me drive channel for baby e be ko bia no your boss no kra site be 4 site 4 no o employ e ma site bia yusu ma 2 a mo no aduane ma ye workers no bosumi bia etua mo ka me driver no so ne etua me ka ɛna boys na ɔmo yɛ adwuma so na etu amuka ɛna saa time no so no na ɔmo yɛ adwuma na sense ɔmo free China nti no nhyehyɛ bi a mpanifo de bɛma ɔmo no ɔmo make sure sɛ ɔmo yɛ de ɔmo di so na ɔmo tu adwuma no wi ɔmo fɛlɛ ɔmo amene ɔmo nanti nyasa na ɔmo bebi ɔmo bɛyɛ adwuma bɛ wi ɔmo bɛkɔ bebi fufuro bi na ɔmo fɛlɛ eti saa day no kwan ba yɛ to aba 2016 yɛ boss no ka kyerɛ yɛ sɛ ɔyɛ China ani no ɔka kyerɛ sɛ yɛ kɔ a yɛ to aba no ma hama na ɔn tena so ne ntumi nyɛ adwuma no yɛ kɔ sesa ne yɛ de ma na nado de a adwuma no ebe collapse ɔno bɛ pam ɔmo China fo no makɔ na yɛn so yɛabɛtena fie ampa so abamu saa
sɛ wo a mo ba mo abɛhu bi sɛ ne yɛte yɛ kure tamu ana Baba Jamal ɛwɔ hɔ no ana na ɔpre ne ma na ɔde ba but efi sɛ baba kɔ yɛ no masa yɛn hu hwee wokɔ akeka no wokɔ yɛ friends Bamakɔ wokɔ sikane asɛm adenkyensu apampetia na ɔmafɔ anwea so asubɔne a bibia nkɔ so yɛ kuro na ya na yɛ wo de mo nkɔ ba bi ɛtɔ diamond first ne yɛ frɛ hɔ bɛdwon ɛnɛ ne bɛdwon na ani obie because they say diamond adwuma no unya broni kra na waba beto because first no wo na brofo na ba na omo ani aba be market na ye hu sene but they say niam mu ayeden enye Baba Jamal kra ofo so ya se edwa we e ba ha no mo anka kwati akra ye ni ba bi a ye wo dwa baba na afo so na ye edwa we e ma ye first ne ye shekedefu ase ana ti ye fi hu ana obeye ndenchembo district ana ma ene kuro yi yetimi koba ene edwa we e ba me yenu a yenso yenya bi yensa koya no enye sanka enye eti abato na ye to no se ye ba beto aba no se empuntunjuma ne oba ya odi mpuntunjuma e bai
into compare Mahama ni Nanado usha ya na abone
oh nana de ende mu background po na anka ese ye de mu kɔ baabi a baba eye ni nwuma ene na John Mama ye ni nwuma no but se ni yehu ni ekoso ankasa wo de mo nkɔ market ho baba ya market wi o mo abaye baabi a ema no adwunso ne ade but eno no ebo kura o de beto so no untimi enya yi so hu ene ma nkoso e wo ye kuro yi emu oden wow galamsey town pa a mo hwa de kuro ya ye ya enye
na se galamsey o mo se essay asase essay
ya wa na ya na small mining company ana na ni asan wo GCD so a e wa GCD no se yagu omo atwitwa nsase ni nyina ana NPP fo mpanifo no omo tondi omo horo nsase no tondi asem American mo pa yenko yentu ka ko GCD wo sisi ya ukọ hwe GCD company na mobo omo bangalos kra omo timu ankasa kra omo etutu ase
na eko
Kumi ni kra de ase enimu no wan anim ni kro yim obi buzan se na wo dan wa hin wa ha o se ne papa bobra na papa bobra na ye de ka ha obi a wo fi Akwatia Constituency o so papa bobra ye buzan se o dan wa hin aso papa bobra what be that eze wo ka se bia me dan wa ha ana ha ne wo on so ye constituency mu da de hu ya ni se nowhere wa ba begina ho so
eti se amase eye adwuma se wo se NDC na amase no ye se oye adwuma ma NPP
amase eye adwuma oye adwuma oba ye no oye ne so ene ne de kakra e de boai obi ankasa amase anye hwe ya no boa amase eye ne so ene ne de o perform fine
ye puntu nsɛm ne de 2008 eba 2016 ne de na eye efise omukɔ na se omukɔ pɛ na omunya e na yenso yedwiane no omutɔma yɛn na yɛse no omukɔ adwuma ne yachim omatum am robbers enenam hɔ ne yɛchi omu a omukɔ akɔpɛ bibi abedi ne yekunkum ebinom se ukɔ nsuo na no a bebre yekun omagum obi kunu bɛkɔ adwuma omafie nanso se no yɛse ma ehiafo enye gold adwuma o ese ministers ni DCs ni MPs ena eye adwuma yaji adwuma no efi ehiafo nsem ade ama esikafo enti ye bompa ye se obi a odo oman no a oman no edo eda na koma so ni oman no da na koma so no nyankopon enye den enyi no ema yen efri se amemo no ebi kɔ na ebi aba omampani nkofo baaye no yehu na mem omampani JJ Lawrence yehu na memuo omampani nkofo
yehu na memuo omampani atamas yehu na memuo ansa na JM nso yehu na memuo ansa na obia family and friends ono sikeni ebenye sika ohieni ebekehiemu amembuo nso aba
so why free
SHS me pacho me ton aduane o secondary school Akwatek eho na me ton aduane bra mobo enti sa obako school obako secondary school na se okase free education enti o man aduane a waha no me aduane a me ton no secondary school me nyaska o efi se me hu nkwala no mobo obi ono ma free education ti ne maame amani prof ne papa amani sika o ne maame amani sika omudi ne nyina ato se aban beye nanso ekom amankwala no bokro no pa we die wa ma se obeboa Ghana o oba se obeyeni oba se obepene die oni nebusiafo e ba beje Ghana sika e de akọ enti ebompa ye se nyankopon mua na onyi odikanfo odwen Ghanafoɔ ho emaye onu ne JM okoyo wayebi onyam ka se ope se obedi MP no okoyo foundation onyam ka se obedi MP no owo nkwala bi a te se every year oyi yenim omo a wahwe university yenim omo a wahwe nursing training yenim omo a wahwe secondary schools yenim omo a odi omako military yenim omo a odi omako police enti okoyo na se wagidin wo bebia no enye se na ho ofa bi nti na ye dono na unyuma pa ene be kire ne wo ye den ne obeto ama.
So we are at Atim Kusi. We are still in the Denchembo district. We are told that there's Oil Palm Research Institute not too far from here. We've just met some of the community people to find out how things are going. Daddy Maha.
Yeah, bow.
Patrol, your friend, me Bernard, if he Citi TV in crying. Na Patrol, your friend.
A friend Kojo Bedu.
It's Kojo Bedu, Muhuti send, a handsome Muhuti send.
Oh, Boko, Bonnie Bieni.
Mumpuntum, Sam, send the Isiko, aha.
Okay, is it a ban or bar, or yet a quiet amaye, or yet a quiet amaye. And ye who be that? Eko kasa afia aban fufuro obai ono amenya sempuntu nti empuntu ni de ni age ho ni age ho pa
mi lebra weka e wo kusimesi
nti ejuma ti sen
ejuma no enkoyi sese scan your mind nti obi nkoto cement se fa be ejuma na nti ejuma na se okọ ejuma na ade echi ahonko nti esro aban ni se omo se da mi adwuma ye be fa youth no na obi anya adwuma ye na abosome kakra na obenya na wanya na ode aye den ato aduan
NPP ni NDC ni parties na aka na de na adwuma ye so ade
ene NPP a
NPP na
me de me NPP
president ni parliament nyina
da bi parliamentary ni de me wo koyo ho
sesenti ade
da bi o mabu amase kwase ntimi me wo koyo ho
oh nana ya de fisi wo me hu aba ya ba o se nana da me hu bi da come ko do anya hwe cement ko ne nto ana to ko me dan ni ne manema se ko pota aban ne ye no ebro so NPP there we number 1.
Okay, so we are at Wenchi, which is not too far from Akwatia. Mama Maha
yaja
what's your first name?
e from me adwo afrema
Pacho juma ben na o ye
Pacho me no amoton na sese maje ma home nti nkwala ne na eye iti behwe me nana no wo fie nti sese de me nya adwuma bia nkwala ne na me hwe wom no mo maame no so akwa aba
nti kroha mompuntum semse na esiko
ye mpuntu me de ade eda makoma so pa ha me ne se kura ya yatimu e so pa enso ye nya ba bi nkoja ye nan bola kura ye nya ba bi mfa nko yes the ball egugu bia bebre na dura na adwona so so wotena di ho kakra na frama fa ho a chese ntontom babo se wo kwabena ne bo wasotoro iti media me ha wono no ti ehia ba bia ye beji ya nan na ba bia be ko bola egu me ha pa no no
election e ba no beto aba
ya me nti me ato aba sa me nanan mu nti sa me to aba
President who to ama hina?
Eh, me to ama Kufuado. Na me wi amasa to ama Ernest Kumi.
Don't see a president.
Adofo
tu ejuma be na oye.
Motoki ejuma na me ye.
Ejuma no se na esiko.
Do eye de be fa no sa cause ye ni bebi afa.
Na ekro ha ejuma be sa na mo ye.
Ejuma na ye wa de na e galamsi. Ye na no wa ejuma mo ye pan galamsi. Ese eku na Kufuado ba na galamsi na nya ejuma biem. Iti ese ne de akoye motoki ya na ene okada ya na ye na kankra.
Galamsi na ye den na ejuma ne se.
Galamsi ejuma no. Kufuado ba ye no. Ana o se ye sense ase no. Na so ka na kwede ansa ase de fiti na no mabre so na madi a be se anka se dada. Iti so se e be se na ese nsuo nso a ono ye president utimi enka je nse onyai. Iti de waka no se be foa no. Ne mo nko yes ana so koma aduma bi be hye o mai. Se wo se be bi de na o se be bi nsuo na yeyi but enya ne sa. Iti no ono ne ho so etimi nkyere nse chinchina wo yen den on sa.
Inti se wa abano beto ne sen.
Okay, so far abano de mimi to be the frank me go adofo ne de Akufuado de me bag ne sa because me NPP ni nemum parliamentary seat ni de me sa me nsa na se me ntokra de enja mega sa ne se ye peso be su no ye to abane ma MP se ombe boayen the father de be to abane be wie na nkundie ba no ye nya faso bi enfrom so se me wie school me nyobi ku abo me edom na o me ko adwuma mu a anka be ye nka ye ba me bo ne wie a faso bi amaso se bi nkokru motin so ye power a me ne ma obi se onkogo nya parliament na o ma me nso me de me nya faso mfiri nso na me sufre no mo ame a ne de ntia me ntoba ma no ba the president ne de no o meme that the obey no na metu etia no.
Yeah, from me na me Citi TV pa fe fraud.
Me say from me anofere baby jet.
Hey baby jet. Ada wo footballer na. Inti mukrom ha no. Impuntum sembem any problem be na wa ha. Mo pese aban ye mama.
I had a problem ne dey be yes. Ebia ne say kuro kesi a ye wa ha sei. Public toilet kra yi ni bi. Ba kokora bi ni ase. Ya biye wa ha da ese ye besi ne. Ye nye ni ye nye ne hwe. 10 years ni. Ye nye bi. E wa ha ese ye ne no ano no. Ejomufo kra no so bi ba kro mu asisi e oho bi ba se oh me pe ba bi aya me hu yie ni so kra na ese eye ni wuo. Se nye se me fie na me de be kwa na akoye asem. Eye how pa
MPs na mo abeba ade na mo anye mu ne o maka ho asem
ye ne o maka kaka mo ba saa no bi aka o ye ba ye be ye kwan ya mayen
inti mo young guys na mo wota ha no ejuma be na mo ye
ejuma de kromu pa de ejuma bi ani kromu ase ejuma bi ani kromu ase yes
young guys na mo
ejuma bi ani ha oh many fear kakra ni de me banase diamond ne yi na ne wo kromu ha ye tu ye we say ba after 2016 election na diamond asem galam stop ne ba na galam say ye nya biem ne diamond we say no ye break here ne say nya afuo pa ne say main occupation e wo ha say
efuo nso ye juma o
ba on say you see no ye wa say na nkasa asase na nkasa kra no e wo mfa na wo be start afuo no kra so no e sika ana de be hyase and they were me as young guy at Maria school say bia me person me go into farming e was say me nya sika bi capital bi di hyase e no kra no e be ye den se me nya
itu se aha no mo ni toilet afi so mo djuma say ba mo se mo vote ama hina
abane de sisi no obi e ka de oba abaye se me ba be sa na mo ka kire dada ni ha sa na mo ka kire yenya krom ase yankasa yati wanchi ase yankasa no Akwatia Constituency yetimi produce MPs 2 afri ase enti senior metimi ka kire wo se MPs 2 afri krom ase na wo ba krom ahwe de we akrotie ya wan ha obekasa meboa
enti mo youth no mo are disappointed
more than disappointed. Say where the be disappointed the chia and no cry ebobro no. You're more than disappointed, senior. You're better power.
Youth na aban over to anamunto.
Yeah, dear, you decided to say you're in Twaban. You're in Twaban. You're okay, say, you're right. You're right. But senior saying, if I know my right, and my right is not giving me what I should have, and I say what I should get at. Now, right, no, me, as I say. So, I'm promising the baby. I'm not had a baby, by near giant. You NPC me no free come I see. NPC me no. I'm where from a shahasi. A year do the kind. A year, honorable PC Akome Kinsley. Anna o free will be 8 years. After that, no, Anna yenya Dr. Kofi Asare. Ono the late. A year when you're baby call. Ono so be 4 years for her. So 12 years. Anna says, "Yeah, no, so no. Ya obi sen free as say. Na ya phone so free as say asaba." The same story na. Oh, you want to my anyone free as say your bodam free fie sa yina na ye ka. Ba yenya ba no ano no. Ye jaya sa.
We woman to aba no.
Aba na de yento. Ye kwan ye bi ye kwan ni akora nye.
Asembe na obese nkran for eti.
The ye ka kire nkranfo ne say ka say American e betimi aduru esoro no ma ene starting free o amuntwa mani mehwe we wanchi achem wanchi Eastern Region Akwatia Constituency amuntwa mani emehwe ye na wo meboa ye pa na ya kwan sem ni say adwuma bia ni krom ase adwuma bia ni ye jai galamse ni ade no ye say adwuma bia ni ase ni se ye so say enye say afuom na ebedi die papa no ma chi akwa afuom ni ade a ye ba ye school eba you see me wo university see ma ba fie anka adwuma bi wo ha say kura no we kura na metimi aye de akoya lalala bi ye makwan a ye bi a metimi e kwa kakra hye me ho de me papa de ba me de support ba ye ba fie no ano no anse abetena fie sa nti ye sra mo pa wonto wani mehwe na mo ye mwa public toilet bi ni ase urine bi ni ha obi ba say see ma ba kuro mu say me do say bi say me yam kam ya na say na me se present bi hu ya aye say me kofi ana say me kwesere obi efie police station kuro bi ni kuro mu ase police station ni ase ye hin o wa ase eye da sebre nya ko so madu apia ono abon ho modin asi police dan o junction so wonom wasi dan na wie as why be police say ye benya police cramp no we ye ho say wa di akira ye yi still ye nya police station wa say nananie kuminie ananie obaba yo anase obaba yo obaba butunyuma anase
front of the Akwatia NPP office with Ernest Kumi, who is the NPP candidate. His supporters are here as well. Hey, Moa Ernest Kumi Hina ne wini. Ernest Kumi. Inti anyumba na mutu mano. Those are the supporters of Ernest Kumi. I don't know if you're Teteresta. Is that your name or your nickname?
I mean, Tetelesta is a song, and if you look at my team or my motto for this election, I say new covenant, new hope. Basically, we've not had a quintessential leader who's been able to deliver the promises of the people. And I have pledged to the people that I want us to covenant freshly on a new note, and I'll present to them the new hope that they are desiring for. So that's how come you see on my posters, new covenant, new hope. And that's how come they're also singing Tetelesta.
We came here earlier and it looked like there was a division in NPP. Some supported Amase, some are saying Ernest Kumi. What's going on?
I mean, it's quite unfortunate that those issues came about. We went for elections, and as you know, in accordance with participatory democracy, whatever be the case, we'll go for elections, and one person will emerge as a winner. I won, and as you know, there are always our losers and people who always feel aggrieved. We did the best that we could as part of the reconciliation processes for other persons to come on board. As I speak with you, the leaders of the party came in, and majority of the people are on board, and we are all working together as a team to make sure that the victory that we so much desire is delivered.
Some people say you are being supported by the regional chairman and the organizer because you are from the same part of the region, which is why this whole controversy started. What's the real situation there?
I mean, that doesn't make any difference. It's still the same constituency, even if what they are saying is the truth. Every politician must have a base, and you must have a support, you understand? And even in line with our party's historic policies, we are a party that believes in conservatism, and whatever be the case, you must have some godfathers and people you do aspire to learn from. And so even if I have the support of the regional chairman, I don't think it's in bad taste, but I can stand here and confidently tell you that our regional chairman never supported me in any way, whether in kind or in cash, though he supported that he wanted me to win. Not in any way did he support with his substance or any form for me to win this election. Be it as it may, on the election day, he wasn't within the constituency. As you know, he had other duties to discharge, and he was somewhere within the region. So I don't think it had any impact on the elections. But people will always read meanings into things. And for instance, if my opponent wanted his support, then they could have garnered for it. But they didn't garner for it. They used him against me. They used him as a base for people not to vote for me. So if you use someone as a base for people not to vote for me, and in the end I turn up winning the election, why should that be a problem to you?
It's a few days to the national election. What is your message to the Akwatia people in terms of the national election, presidential and also parliamentary? What are you telling the people of Denchembo and areas around?
What I keep telling our people is still the same message. Elections always have impact on the people. The impact can be good and it could be bad as well. So if you vote well or if you cast a good vote, you will certainly have a good result. And if you cast a bad one, you will certainly have a bad impact. If you look at what President Akufo-Addo has done in terms of the free SHS and how it has benefited the popular people or the ordinary persons, I mean, it need not to be said again. We all know the impact. So if we vote well and we vote for President Akufo-Addo, we will certainly have a good impact. One bad impact of politics or elections is that when President Akufo was in power, we had free maternal care, which our sisters and our mothers had to go to hospital, and when they deliver free and they leave the hospital. During the 8 years of the NDC administration, all these things were no longer there. So today, our sisters are paying, our mothers are paying, our wives are paying. If you don't pay, you'll be detained at the hospital. It is one bad result of elections. So we are telling the people that they should vote massively for His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and all of us representing the NPP within the various constituencies. And me in person, what I've been telling the people is that we are coming to deliver whatever they expect. This is the first time we are going to have truly the people's representation, both in substance and in form, as in on the grounds and listening to the people, and also being on the floor of Parliament and articulating the people's views and expectations and making sure that whatever we look up to as a community is being done for us by the government. Because whatever you do as a result of politics, development must happen to our people.
The NDC say it's 4 years of failed promises. John Mahama says it's a Sakawa government. NDC has won this seat before. So what is your message to those who think that this 4 years you promised so much, you didn't do so much, and you've disappointed them?
I think all these things they are saying are not premised on anything, because I have heard President Mahama speak a lot of times, and I've asked myself, what is it premised on? Because when we were criticizing the NDC government whilst we were in opposition, we spoke to data. I'm sure you are very much aware. I've listened to you a lot of times. I think for several years, you are one journalist. I listen to you a lot of times, and the analysis you do on the show. And you can agree with me that when we were speaking to it, if you look at the lectures and the series of lectures that were were conducted by His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He spoke to the science, he spoke to the data. So if they are saying that we have not delivered, they must show it. But as I speak to you, you and I will agree to it that free SHS has come to benefit the ordinary people. Nobody will disagree with us in terms of the infrastructure that is being developed by this government. When you come to Akwatia, I can physically point to almost all our major town roads being developed. If you go to Achimwenchi, the township road is being done, Takrasi is being done, Apreman is being done, Junasi is being done, Kusi is being done. Almost all the towns, the roads are being done. As you are coming, you saw it, Akwatia, they are asphalting the roads. So we are seeing physical improvement. This is not something that we are writing in books to tell our story. I'm sure you drove on the roads, you saw it. So almost all the things that the government is delivering is something, is it not a fact that before we took over the reins of this government, nurses were in the house and they were not being employed? Is it not a fact that as a result of the IMF conditionalities, people were not being employed? But this government has come to manage our finances and our economic so well to the extent that we've had space to accommodate people. We've had space to employ people. We still have space to create NAPCO, which is employing over 100,000 people. And within these 4 years, that NAPCO year is going to end, and we are still going to roll on another 100,000 people, which is very fantastic. And I'm sure people will look at these things and deliver the votes for the president and deliver for those of us standing in the name of the NPP party.
Thank you very much, Ernest, Kumi. So, guys, by December 7, then AC or Akwatia, December 7.
December 7 for no. Because nyame no nyam se ebebo 9 o'clock no na Ernest Kumi fa ne frankano na 2 minutes ya hye ne nsa ansana na nado enwumre 9 o'clock enyame ne pa me de Alexander Honorable Alexander Kwesieje Saddam asemne man enyame ne pa 7 December 9 o'clock na ne boshe no nyame de ama no
As of now, everything is on data. 7 o'clock. 9 is too much. By 9, the picture should be ready, and it has been won.
Yeah. I think that on December 7, by 8:30 going, we hear good news that Ernest Kumi is the new PM or is the new MP of Akwatia Constituency. Thank you.
And the people say, the victory of the NDC is coming away, and the people say,
Akwatia NDC Constituency Head Office, and those were the executives. I have here with me Henry Boakye Yiadom. He has 2 nicknames. They call him Okoyo, and they also call him Homeboy.
Zero. You have said it all. Zero in politics. You know, in the world, we do have a best player in the world called Messi. And now we have 3 competitors in the game. We have C. Ronaldo and we have Lukaku. So when Messi was going out, he had nobody to hand over the captain but except C. Ronaldo. That's why they are giving the 0 to me. In respect of, we have incumbent MP who is also called Messi, Edu Jemfi. Now that she's going out, she have nobody to hand over the captain but except C. Ronaldo. That's why they have named it C. Ronaldo.
What about Okoyo? Where is the name Okoyo from?
Okoyo is, let me just respond this way. Okoyo, in a short way, somebody who promised and then he does. That's why the name Okoyo. Yes.
Okay, it's about 10 days to the election. How is it going? What is the ground? How is the ground?
The ground is doing well for us. I would say the enthusiasm when you step out there, the fans there that you receive from the supporters, and the comments that they are also raising give that morale that you can see that the winning is coming. Not the both parliamentary, it's both presidential and then parliamentary. We are winning.
What message are you giving the people when you go to campaign?
Campaign messages, I have 3 policies that I'm going around with it. Being healthcare, education, and job creation. So these are 3 main objectives that I have as my policies, yes.
Healthcare, education, and job creation. Education, the NPP say it's free education they've done. When we went to the market, the women were talking about free education. What is your education policy?
Free education, we started it as a progressive education. That is why our former president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, started to put up day secondary school buildings. You know, we're able to put up over 40 completed, and the rest we left it because we were not able to continue work in government. So when we are back to government, we'll make sure we'll continue the rest, and then we'll open our arms. We started it before. We have done it before. So it's not something that the new government started it. We started it progressively.
And when you talk about job creation, NPP is talking about NAPCO, that they've employed people. What is your response?
We hear figures out there, but nothing shows. It doesn't reflect. If you look at the unemployment rate, you can see that tells you that there's jobless people that is struggling to get something to live on. Every household, when you go, you will see people complaining about job. So if you hear anything about NAPCO or whatever it is, it's by names sitting, but you can't see. It doesn't reflect to the people of Ghanaians.
When we went around, people said the former MP, Amase, had done a lot of good things. She was building part of the market. They say the roads, she has done a lot of work. So you are NDC coming. The NPP candidate seems to have done a lot. People are admitting that. So what's your comment on that?
It's a good thing, I will say, if you expect an MP who will not abandon a project of the predecessor, then it means as I'm also coming, I'll make sure I will continue same. Baba Jamal did some before he left, and then Amase continued. He also come, he have done part and is going. I'm also coming to continue what he left. So I'll continue the good work that she have done, and then she's leaving it. So I'll continue.
Let's talk about the mining. A lot of people have said that there appears to be a problem with the mining company, and also they are saying their Galamsey business has stopped. What is your policy for the Ghana Consolidated Diamonds and also the issue of Galamsey? Are you saying you're going to revive Galamsey? Let's understand your policy very well.
It's part of the job creation. Anywhere that I go, since here is a mining town, or we are into mining industry, about the 80% or 70% of the youth, that's their interest. So I'll revamp the DCD, Diamond Consolidated Diamonds Limited. I need to connect, make sure I'll bring investors on board so that we'll revamp the company, which will create more jobs. It will create over 1,500 when you look at the departments. You know, we have security, we have workshop, we have, so construction, I can't mention them. So it's going to be part of my work that I'm going to do for the youth.
What about the small-scale mining?
The small-scale mining, we are going to work on it because a lot of companies over here do have companies registered under the small scale. But whilst the government also imposed ban on the small scale, that they are going to make studies and then workshops and giving them a way to start. We were expecting by now, government should have done more so that the youth who are sitting home getting nothing to do will back to the site and then get something to do. But as we speak, when you go to various homes, you will see the youth sitting, playing draft and spa. Nothing is going on. So when I come on the small scale issue, I'll make sure. I'm a miner myself, so I know what it takes in mining. So
what about the fact that the small scale destroyed agricultural land, destroyed cocoa farms?
Reclamation is being done in the first place. If you're a good miner, you need to get your payloader and then machines that to be available at the site. When you dig, or maybe you extract whatever material that you are going to extract from the soil, you have to do reclamation so that you can get back to the farmers to use for their farming. So reclamation is a good thing that I'll make sure it will be done after every mining site.
Let me ask the executive. So come December 7, when they finish the counting, what will happen in this constituency?
We are winning the election.
You are winning the election.
Hands down.
By what percentage?
By 60%.
But presidential and parliamentary?
We are winning both.
Let me ask the women organizer. When I went to the market, a lot of the women were talking about free education and also talking about Amase. As NDC women organizer, what is your message to the women of Akwatia?
Free education. We will continue. We started progressively, so we come and continue free education. Not by traffic, going for 3 months, coming to sit back for 40 days. No. We will continue progressively. We will open up. No double track.
Okay. Thank you very much, and good luck to you, NDC.
And then one word I would have to say on the ballot. We are number 2. I'm number 2, and then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is also number 2 on the ballot. So I'm asking all the sympathizers and the supporters of the party to rally behind our agenda and make sure we will see majority vote in Parliament that will allow our former president to become next president in this country.